Well, hello there. Thank you for checking out this episode of Raised on the Radio. I am one half of the show. I am Cobra Cato. My good friend Patrick Blair in Zoom land as usual. Today is National Beer Day. Beer Day, not Beer Day. Beer Day. And you aren't drinking a beer. I don't like that, but it's close enough, I assume.
No, I mean, it's vodka. I don't know how close that is to beer. They're not in the same family.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if it was water in your cup or if it was beer or what you could be drinking, but
it's celebratory. We're not doing the podcast at 9 a.m. on a Sunday morning, so I'm having a drink.
It's kind of weird. It's Wednesday night.
Whatever.
Have you had this though?
What is that?
See this? This is Stag Bold. Have you had this?
No. What is that?
No. This is. I just said it. It's like a stronger version of Stag. It's a very beery beer, if that makes any sense. But it's like 6.5%.
Okay. 6.5.
It's pretty good. You're a Stag. Yeah, you're a Stag guy, right?
I do like Stag. I do. Yeah. Did you know that
I do too.
Stag is the beer recommended for diabetics? It has the least amount of sugar of all alcoholic beers.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
There you go.
Is that justification for you or?
No. I haven't had a beer in like 3 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is there a reason for that? Or just kind of so happens that it's happened that way?
So, I mean, I don't want to bore you and everyone else, but I mean, I'm always dieting. I should say this, but right now I'm in my keto phase. So for the last 2 years, I usually do, I'll do 1 month on of keto, sometimes 60 days of keto. And then I'll do 1 to 2 months off of keto, still trying to maintain, no carb, no sugar. So right now I am in my keto phase.
Okay. Hence the vodka.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I do like, I am a vodka drinker, but yes, it helps. So right now I'm in my keto phase. So yeah, I haven't had a beer in 3 weeks.
Nice.
Keto's good for me though. Like I know it's the trendiest of trendy diets right now. I mean, you can find keto. I have keto bread, bro, that you buy at the store. Comes in a plastic bag. Well, I don't recommend it because it doesn't really taste that great. Like, here's how I like bread. Like most people need bread, just need bread for whatever. Like I'm not a big you're never gonna even when I'm not doing any sort of diet, it was never my thing to grab 2 slices of bread, grab some fucking ham and some cheese, put some mustard on it and eat it. That's not me. It's just not my thing. I like bread.
Yeah.
Number 1, buttered and toasted, or buttered and baked, and then dipped in some form of fucking sauce, right? Or I want it to cover some giant form of meat, I don't know, a fucking burger with bacon and melted cheese on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to waste bread on 2 slices of shitty fucking deli ham that you get for $2.99 at the grocery store. That's what I'm saying. So,
in other words, you don't like sandwiches.
I mean, well, if it's a proper deli sandwich from a real deli, yeah, of course. Who doesn't? But, yeah, I mean, it's just not something that I eat at home. I'm never going to make myself a sandwich at home. It just never happens, even before. But the thing about it is so again, I know it's the trendy, it's the thing. But when I first did keto, which at this point, I think it's been 3 years now since the first time I tried keto, it worked wonders for me as far as my diet goes and as far as my digestion goes and my bathroom breaks and all that good stuff. Because if you're on keto, you can't fucking eat gluten. You just can't. Right. There's just no way to do it. So as someone who is intolerant to gluten, keto is a great diet for me. Or just a low carb, low sugar in general diet, not necessarily that's why I like to take a break from it, because it's virtually impossible to have that much fat all the time. It just really is. It gets old. Yeah. It's too much also. Like I can't.
Well, they also
put-
they also say that you don't want to push the envelope too far on keto either. Like you want to introduce carbs here and there because you don't want your body to get too far away from actually being used to digesting carbs.
Yeah, I've read that, but see, I follow this guy on YouTube who he does these like videos about I don't know, shopping for keto under $20 or something. And he like goes to like odd places to
Okay.
get foods that are keto. And now I don't know. I think this guy has a nutrition background. He probably just could be a dude, but the way that he broke it down though is you can eat keto but still eat really clean, meaning you're not living off of fucking burgers covered in cheese and mayo without the bread, and you're not living off fucking
Right.
pepperoni and cheese, and there's still a really good way. There's still really good possibilities to eat clean and still be keto. So he's a very interesting follow, but nonetheless, I mean, it helps me a lot to go on these diets. If I go on a bender and I eat pizza and then I drink beer and then the next day I fucking have, I don't know, biscuits and gravy, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll have those moments like, dude, if as well as I do, you have a few beers, pizza sounds awesome. All right.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to eat pizza. I'm going to wash it down with more beer. The next morning, I got a little headache. You know what really, really does well with a hangover? A fucking drink and then like some biscuits and gravy. So then you have that, and it's a fucking spiral to hell. It really is for me.
What's weird though, I can't remember a time where the next day, like I know the hair of the dog thing, but
I love it.
Never the next day thought let's drink to not have this hangover.
Oh, it's my favorite.
I don't think I've ever done it.
Oh God, it's so much fun. It's the best, especially if you do it. If you're, typically you would be doing it during the day, but if you're a person who can sleep all fucking day and still be hungover, but I'm romanticizing being a booze bag right now, but it really is the best thing. When you're hungover,
are you like a Bloody Mary kind of guy?
Love it
to start the morning.
Love it.
Is that your go-to?
Okay, yes. But what I used to do was a fucking screwdriver. It is the best of both worlds. Get your fucking booze, get your vitamin C. Dude. I haven't had a screwdriver in 6 years. And believe me, every day that I'm drinking, like when I'm like, what do I want to start? What do I want to start this off with? Especially if I'm drinking vodka. I'm like, I should just put it in OJ. Fuck it. It's 1,000 grams of sugar. It's natural sugar. It's fine. Yeah, Bloody Mary.
Okay. I'm assuming you're using Zevia now, not like orange juice.
Now?
Like what is your go-to as far as, because I'm sure it's something sugar-free.
Yeah,
you're mixing with your vodka.
If I'm at home, it's Zevia. At a bar, club soda.
I don't know that I've ever had a club soda.
It's just carbonated water, bro. You've had it.
You sure?
I don't know. Are you sure? That's an odd thing to say you've never had. You've never had a sparkling water? That's club soda.
Is that really?
Yeah, it's carbonated water.
Huh. Okay. Maybe
so
I guess
this is what I have in it currently. It is a blackberry cucumber sparkling water.
Okay, that was maybe the most hipster sentence I've ever heard you say.
Whatever, it's delicious.
Blackberry cucumber, that sounds disgusting.
It's pretty tasty.
I like both of those things, but not together.
It's pretty tasty, man.
Yeah.
So I don't know how we got here. Oh yeah, I haven't had beer in a while. So that Stag is good though.
It is. I like it. They got like two different versions. One's a session, I think, and it's in a white can.
I've had session. That's their like light.
Yeah, that's like a lighter beer than a regular gold can Stag.
Yeah,
but this is a bold, so it's like a beefier, little higher ABV beer. It's good though. I like it.
I haven't even seen that, to be honest.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'll have to look for it the next time when I splurge and finally have a beer, whatever that's going to be. I do, dude. It's so funny too because, while I do love, so here's my thing. I eat pretty clean in general, but like something like pizza is my weakness. I fucking love pizza. I love all pizza. Doesn't matter where it comes from. It could be a Jack's frozen pizza. Like if I came to your house, and
Actually,
like,
some of those are maybe the best ones.
I love it. So I mean, if I came over like for fights or something, and like, hey man, we forgot to order the pizza, but I got 3 Jacks in the oven right now. I'm like, okay, fair enough. That's good. That's good too. That's probably better than Domino's. Domino's is shit.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like those things are legit, but it's like the square pepperonis on top, right? Is that Jack's? Or maybe no, that's the small. What's the smaller ones?
Totino's.
The Totino's.
Those
yeah.
are not
it's
legit,
like,
but I'll eat it. That's
I'll still eat the shit out of them. I
they're
don't care.
10 for $10
I know, right?
for a reason. Dude, that's garbage. That's garbage. But it's still, I'll eat it. It's pizza. It's dough, sauce, cheese, and whatever. But yeah, dude, those are bad for you. Have you ever looked? Don't even do it. Don't even do it.
No, on purpose. I have not looked on purpose,
don't.
actually.
Same thing with like a DiGiorno's, man. Oh God, man, that's just. Whew.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean? Same thing as DiGiorno's?
Like if you ever turn a DiGiorno's around and look at the nutrition.
Oh, okay.
And just look at the ingredients. You're like, don't know what that is, but I'm pretty sure shouldn't be in a pizza. It's just very odd stuff, And let's just say you'll have to Google a lot of it because you won't know what it is.
And you think that's different than like going to Pizza Hut or something like that?
I do. Well, I don't know about a chain, but like a real place that makes the dough and puts all the yeast in, everything. I mean, I used to make pizzas. It really is. It is different. It really like. Have you ever have you ever bought like a dough, like the pre-made dough at the grocery store? Like you can make your own pizza. And
right,
then,
yeah.
So when you open that package up, the smell, it's an odd smell. It's not the way real dough should smell. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they're like differences like that. I don't know. But anyway, like I said, pizza's pizza, dude. I'll fucking.
Well, up until the past year or so, you travel the country quite a bit with work and things like that. So if we're talking pizza, in your opinion, where's the best pizza? Are we talking New York? Are we talking Chicago, California? Where, if you had to choose one?
New York.
New York style pizza is the best.
Yes. And it's really
okay.
It's really not even close. However, Detroit style pizza is so okay. Detroit style pizza is a pan pizza, but it's all corners. Okay. Mm-hmm. So every piece of the pizza is designed, the way it's designed is that every piece has crust. There are no middle pieces without crust.
Okay. How does that happen?
I mean, you just make it all. It's called an 8-corner pizza. You ever had Jet's Pizza, the chain?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. So they specialize in doing their own Detroit style pizza, and they do it well. It's good stuff, but it's a pan pizza. And if it's done right, meaning it's flaky, buttery, crispy, it's really good. But New York styles, it's the best.
Are you a fan of like the Chicago deep dish?
No, that's not pizza.
That's a lot of pizza is what that is.
That's not pizza.
Well, what?
It's not pizza.
How is it not pizza?
That's a fucking quiche without the top layer. That's what that is. It's bullshit.
Okay.
In St. Louis style pizza,
hear that pizza. Chicago? So you're talking about Imo's?
Sure. Imo's is, dude, don't get me started.
I mean, aren't they the staple for what St. Louis style pizza is?
Staple for bad pizza.
You don't like
Yes.
Emos?
No.
Oh.
No.
Listen, man, I don't have many varieties to choose from around here.
What do you got?
I've got a Pizza Hut and I've got an Emos. I've got a Domino's and a Little Caesars.
I'm going Little Caesars out of those choices.
No way. You're
100%.
going cheap. You're going the $5 pizza route.
Yep.
Although I could dominate a Little Caesars pizza, but I wouldn't expect that to be your.
Walk in and say, I want a new one. I want a fucking large pepperoni sausage and I want a new one. I'll wait. And they'll do it. And that shit is delicious. Delicious. It's better than the ones you just named, for sure.
Have you ever used a spice pack from Little Caesars to put on your pizza?
Why do you do these things?
Dude,
you don't know about
legit.
so many
They're
things,
awesome.
but you know about the spice pack at Little Caesars. Explain.
Absolutely.
What is it? What is it?
I don't have any idea. Spices in a pack. That's the best I got.
Is it like crushed red pepper and
Probably.
something else?
Probably.
What else is it?
I don't know what else is in it. I just know it's called a spice pack. And I put it on my pizza and it's delicious.
Okay. Are you a Parmesan guy?
Lightly,
Okay.
not a lot.
Okay. Yeah, it depends for me. Sometimes I'm in a mood and then sometimes I'm not. We got to stop talking about pizza, man. I'm getting fucking, my stomach is like, hey, remember that? I actually make a really good keto pizza, dude. It's pretty tasty. I think I've sent you pictures before.
You have.
Now, again, it's not pizza, but I get it pretty goddamn close. I have perfected it. It's taken me 3 years, but it's pretty goddamn good. This is going to be an entire podcast about food. That's what happens when you do it middle of the week.
Absolutely.
There are no current events.
Right. Well, here, before we get too far away from beer, I have a couple of lists here that I'm just curious about if you can name some things off of them. Because it's National Beer Day, as I said. So if I were to Google, what is the number one beer in the world? What would you say the answer is to that?
What does that mean? Number one beer in the world, like most sold or what?
Let's say most valued beer brand worldwide last year.
I would go Heineken.
Ooh, you're close. Number one should be a gimme.
Really?
Yeah.
Budweiser?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't want it to be Budweiser. That's why I said Heineken. Okay. I mean, that makes sense.
So Budweiser was one, Heineken was two. 3 threw me off. I did not expect 3, but see, give me some guesses. What do you think it could be?
Threw you off. Do I get any hints? Is it an American beer?
I don't know who owns it. Yeah, I don't know who owns it, but it's a fancy name.
Stella?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you expect that to be number 3? I do too, but would you expect that to be number 3?
It's a very common beer, dude. You find that beer. Yeah, that's a very common beer.
Maybe it's because I
You know where it's most common? Speaking of traveling, airports.
Really?
I can't think of another beer I drink in airports, and I travel a lot. Stella, always. For real. Huh. Unless I'm in like a city, that has a lot of, craft breweries, and they have like, that spot in the airport that serves their locals, and then I'll go try one. But yeah, Stella's a big beer. That makes sense. It's good beer.
Right.
You don't like Stella?
Huh. Like I said, maybe it's because I'm in the sticks and you don't go to the pub down the road and they're selling. I do like Stella. It's not to me a going out and drinking beer, I guess.
I mean, maybe not.
Could you start the night with a Stella Artois and finish the night with a Stella Artois?
I could, but I would never call it Stella Artois. I would just call it Stella. If I said,
why?
I don't know. It's just weird.
You don't like
I don't know anyone for real Even when I bartended and like the beer reps would come in, they even called it Stella. Like they just don't. I don't know.
Maybe it's because they aren't for sure how to say Artois.
Yeah, I think you just say that. What else you got on your beer fact list here?
Here we go. Let's see. All right. What profession has the highest rate of alcoholism?
uh,
This is actually disturbing.
Probably really.
Yeah.
Pallbearer or what are they called? Morticians.
No, that seems like a relaxing job. I know it's creepy.
So weird that you said that. Please continue.
it like aren't morticians like it's basically I know it's like them one-on-one with the dead body and stuff, but
what's relaxing about that, dude?
Be more like it's like a one-on-one thing though. I don't know. I guess.
Do you have a jar of fingernails somewhere in your house? What are you talking about? We should move on from that. You're really creeping me out. I don't know what it is. What is it?
Sorry. Female surgeons.
What?
If you Google what profession has the highest rate of alcoholism, it states surgeons have the highest standard of tobacco use, and female surgeons have the highest rates of alcohol abuse than other healthcare workers.
Surgeons have the highest rate of tobacco use?
Apparently, and female surgeons have the highest rate of alcohol abuse. You look like either you don't believe it or it disturbs you, one of the two.
When do they drink?
That's true. It does seem like they're working constantly.
Well, that's the thing. Like, my surgeon better be well fucking rested. And if you're fucking hungover,
right,
get out the room. You better get me somebody else. That's fucking weird, man.
No, if they're hungover, you just give them a Bloody Mary before they come in.
You damn right. Yeah, get him the OJ. Get him the OJ. Does it say what number 2 is? Huh? We got a major lag in our video here. You keep freezing.
Attorneys. That one kind of makes sense. I know. You do too.
So you're freezing on my end. Am I freezing on your end?
Yes.
What the fuck, dude? All right, you're back.
I don't know.
You back?
Yeah, you're back now. Yeah.
So attorneys are number 2?
Yes.
That makes a ton of sense, dude.
That one makes a lot more sense.
Where are bartenders on this fucking list? Because that's how I became an alcoholic. So what the fuck?
Yeah, there's actually one on here. Where to go? It said one of the questions, like I guess a common question is, are most bartenders alcoholics?
Yeah.
That's a given. Why? That's a stupid question.
I mean, I've met some that don't drink at all. And it's not because they're like recovering. It's just they don't drink.
Right.
It's very strange. I don't know how that works, but like not even like a beer after work, like just they don't drink.
Right.
Well, I would do shots while I worked. Fuck, man.
Sometimes you have to, it seems like. I mean, I've never bartended. Is that a word? I've never done the bartending thing. So I'm not sure, but I have seen a lot of bartenders do shots and things like that. But I've also seen the kind of people they deal with throughout the night, and it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the best thing for, you shouldn't do shots, especially not in front of the customers. But we used to have, so the last bar I ever worked at, we used to have, so like there was a wall essentially where the draft beer lived, and then the other side of the wall, no customers could see you whatsoever. So we would always, like 4 or 5 of us, just shots, fucking have them lined up, ready to go. All right, done. And we would just go about it like nothing happened. God, man. Fuck. That's bad news. But then I would work at bars where, you know, we would have like party nights, you know, a DJ would be playing, and it would be some sort of special drink night, and you do this, you do that, and you get this off of drinks, and dude, you drank, you know, it's just weird. It's a weird thing to do. Anyway, we've already talked about that on this podcast, but I don't know if I told you this story though. So when I met my wife, this is funny. So okay, here's how I met my wife. I'll keep this short. I don't know,
I'm listening.
I don't want to bore people. So
what I'm interested about this is because I've heard your wife tell the story and I want to see if they match up.
It definitely won't, because she's psychotic. So, okay. But so I went through a relationship thing. Relationship just ended, and was working at this bar, and my wife and I had a mutual friend who was working with me at this bar. Okay. You know, she could tell that I was kind of like bummed out and kind of down. And so one night I'm working, she's off, you know, she's not working, but I'm working. She comes in with two friends, and by the way, one of her friends was sleeping with one of the guys that worked with me. Okay, so there's this whole connection. But anyway, so comes in with two friends. They sit down at the bar, and she goes, "Hey, we're taking you out after you get off." And I was like, "Nah, I don't really feel like it." And she goes, No. She goes, "I'm taking you out and I'm getting you laid." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, that sounds kind of interesting. I think I'll go." So like they close the bar with me, we go out. And so the whole time I'm like, "So what's your plan on getting me laid? Are you going to be like my wing woman, or what's going on here?" Like, I guess I really don't feel like talking to anybody. And she's like, No, I have this friend. I think you're perfect for her." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So in the back of my head, I go, "Well, does your friend know that you think that I should have sex with her? Because that's odd."
Yeah.
So she goes, No, it's fine. And I go, "Okay." So we go to the bar that my wife was working at. She was still bartending. This is before she does what she's doing now. So we walk in, we go out to this back patio area, and I'm with the two girls that came and the friend of mine that worked with me who's sleeping with the one girl. We go grab these tables and we're sitting down, whatever. And so I walk up to the bar, I order drinks for everyone, go back. And so I go to the girl, I go, "Hey, so where's your friend?" And she goes, "It's the bartender." And I'm like, "For real?" Like, she's working. Like, what's the end game here? She goes, "No, we're gonna invite her out when she gets off. Like, they close soon. Then we'll go to a 3 a.m. spot, and then we'll go to the strip club or Pops. Like, it'll be great. We'll go to the 6 a.m. spot." And I'm like, "Okay, all right, fair enough."
You'll be ready to get laid at 8 a.m.
But here's what's going on. I know that she's the girl. She doesn't know that I'm the guy, right? That information hasn't been given to her yet.
Okay.
Because meanwhile, the mutual friend also told her, "I'm going to get you laid by this guy that I think is perfect for you." But she doesn't know I'm the dude.
Gotcha.
But I know she's the girl. So now I'm in this situation where I'm wondering, okay, does she know? Does she not know? What do I do here? So I play this whole thing cool, and eventually, you know, I go, "Hey, why doesn't everyone just come back to my house instead of going to a 6 a.m. bar? We can party at my house till whenever." Like, and so we all come back. I end up talking to her like, "Hey, you know, she tried to set us up." She goes, "I know, it's fine." You know, so whatever. And, you know, and the story is history. The point of the story is, so now that I've gotten to know her, I would go up to the bar to see her on occasion, right? And now keep in mind, she worked at a power drinking bar. Do you know what a power drinking bar is?
I've never heard those words put together in my life.
Okay. Here's what a power drinking bar is. This isn't a bar where you have the few old guys sitting at the bar, sipping their beer, maybe have a shot. This isn't a bar where you have like the bachelorettes sipping on martinis or cosmopolitans. This is a bar where people go to get fucked up. Okay. And not like fucked up, we're partying fucked up, like fucked up. I'm blacked out. I don't know how I'm getting home. I'm going to get in a fight. I'm going to get divorced. I'm going to hit my kids fucked up. Okay. Fucked up. Okay. I don't know that about this place yet because the place was brand new to me as she was. So I've known her maybe a month. Well, like we're dating now. And I go, it's Sunday. I don't have anything to do. I'll have a drink. Why don't I go up? And it's summer. She's working on the patio part of this bar. Why don't I just go up and see her? So I go up there. Dude, I go up there at 2 p.m. on a Sunday, and everyone is a zombie. Zombie, dude. Zombie. And I walk up to the bar and I look at her and she's like happy to see me. And I go, what the fuck happened here? She goes, $2 you call it. They've been here since 11. I was like, oh my God, dude, no one could stand. Like the police should have come and shut this place down for real. That's what you deal with when you bartend. So for her to not be shit-faced also was, I thought, an accomplishment. I was like, if I were working this shift, I would be hammered. Because there are people like, let me buy you a shot. Let me buy you a shot. You take one too. You take, like, it happens. There were zombies at 2 p.m. on a Sunday.
Jeez.
That's what a power drinking bar is. You don't know, there are no power drinking bars in the woods. Where are you from, dude?
I mean, I wouldn't call them that. You have yet again, you have a larger variety of bars than I do.
Stop.
So I would say that some of the bars that I have can be chosen to be a power drinking bar by certain people whenever they want it to be.
Good job. I like it. I like it.
Like, yeah, they just plan out that I'm gonna get fucked up tonight. And now that has become a power drinking bar.
So there are those places, but see, the people that do that, they don't realize where they're at. Meaning they typically don't have enough friends to tell them like, hey, let's calm down, man. We're just chilling, I
gotcha.
It's always like them by themselves or them and 1 to 2 other people. It's never a group over 3. Ever.
Unless it's a woman though, right? Like when you get the women who are like, it's just her and a friend, or sometimes it's just her like yelling and let's get drunk bitches and all that stuff like that, they're in for a bad night.
As a bartender, that's music to your ears.
Because of money?
No, it's not. I was being sarcastic. It's terrible.
Oh.
The girl that says, let's get drunk, bitches, never a good thing. Never a good thing. I was playing a show one time, and I had 2 friends from out of town. Both used to live here, both live in different cities. They were both in town that weekend and surprised me by showing up to my show. And so the show that I played was closer to where they grew up. So they knew all the bars they used to go to, right? It's an area that I'm not from, so I don't know anything about it. So like, yeah, we're taking you out. Like, we're not taking no for an answer. And I was like, guys, I know what part of town you want to go to. It's just trouble. Like, no, you're with us. It's fine. I'm like, no, I know there's going to be a fight. I know it. I know exactly what's going to happen. Like, no, it's fine. I go, you got to promise me one thing. If you fuckers get in a fight, don't involve me, okay? Because I know what's going to happen, right? So we go to this place. It was called, I don't know if I want to say the name. I'm not going to say the name. But we go to this place. And immediately I walk in, and I hear, swear to God, look at these faggots. And I was like, dude, we've been here 4 seconds. Holy shit. Now, keep in mind, I was with those two guys and another guy that I know that I would call a friend, and then his buddy. Those two guys, easily, we could say over 400 pounds between them. Okay.
Mhm.
Big fucking guys. Okay. Shit kickers is what I like to call them. So they hear this and they go, both look in different directions. What'd you say? Like that. And I was like, God damn it. I was like, guys, they're like, dude, don't worry about it. Let's just go grab a beer. I'm like, fine. So we're sitting at the bar, and sure enough, the one dude's talking to three dudes, the other dude's talking to another three dudes on two separate sides of the bar. And then two fights break out on separate sides of the bar with these two guys. And I look at my two friends, I go, you're not going to get involved, right? Like, not until it goes out into the parking lot. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I called it before you even told me where we were going that this would happen. That kind of bar, power drinking bar, but also with the people who think they can power drink. That's the difference. You know, I'm going to power drink, but also fight.
Yeah.
You know, you just got to power drink and you got to have a good time. You got to figure it out.
Gotcha. I have an interesting story kind of like that. So I was involved in a winery brawl at one point. Now, that's a good time right there.
Why? How? Where?
So it's a winery down by me. And we were with some friends. You don't know them, but we were with some friends. And this guy, so we were actually outside, and they had these like fire pits outside, basically a big bonfire.
Yeah.
So we're sitting out by these bonfires, and a friend of mine had a bucket sitting on the ground full of our beer. Well, this guy is drunk off his ass, and he walks through and he kicks the bucket over. It wasn't on purpose, it was on accident, but she was already drunk and it pissed her off. So she gets up in this guy's face and yells at him and tells him that he needs to apologize and get her more beer. Probably not the best route to go. However, this is how it went down. Next thing I know, she pushes this guy over a log almost into the bonfire, which was scary enough as it is. I thought this guy was going to die. I had nothing to do. I couldn't do anything about it if I wanted to. So anyways, it was a bad deal that we went because so what this was on like a Friday night, and this woman I'm talking about, her husband, we had already planned this trip. We were going to go out this night and do this. Well, earlier that week, his brother got killed in a motorcycle accident. Well, they buried him that morning on Friday morning.
Christ.
And they still said, well, we need to go out. We need to not worry about the we need to go out. And I was like, all right, whatever, let's do it. So thinking, okay, well, we go to a winery. It's just a laid back place. It's peaceful. We're just going to go hang out. Next thing I know, she's pushing people into bonfires and people are yelling at each other. So I go up to get a beer and everything's inside. I walk in the door and I look to my right, and the guy that I'm talking about that his brother just died has this dude by the Adam's apple. Like his hand is around this dude's Adam's apple to where his fingers are touching each other.
Like Roadhouse.
It's bad. So I start looking around and all of a sudden just people start swarming. It's like people start swinging. And by the time that I got in there, I had a dude with my arm around his neck, holding him back because he was going after my buddy. And about that time, a off-duty cop jumped in the middle of everybody and broke everything up. But we're talking a good 20 to 30 people were all involved in this.
Yeah.
And it just started with those two guys. And it was weird because it felt like I was in a bar, because it was kind of like that happens between two people. And then all of a sudden you just kind of look at everybody and they just kind of look side to side and they're like, yeah, let's do this. And then everybody just starts blasting each other for the next 5 minutes.
No good.
No, but
no good.
It's fun to have a winery brawl conversation in my back pocket anytime I want it.
That's a good one to have.
You don't hear that very often.
Can you tell me what winery it was? Or are you afraid to say?
I mean, I can. It's called Papa's Winery. It's farther in the woods than I am,
Of course.
like way out there.
Of course. Were you just washing down your stag with an energy drink?
No, that's another beer.
Okay. So just curious though, did I tell that story like my wife tells it?
No.
Damn. What did I get wrong?
Well, hers was more basic, as in kind of a not a love at first sight when she's first seen you walk in the bar, but a damn, he's fine
Oh
as
yeah.
soon as you walked in the bar.
Yeah, but she tells that so weird. She's like, yeah, I noticed his nose. I'm like, great, you noticed my big fucking schnoz. You're a weirdo. Like, what is that about? Like, yeah, the hottest thing about me is my nose. Thank you so much. Like, that's what everyone wants to hear.
But let me ask
Whatever.
you this though. So like where did that so is this all tied in together? Like,
What do you
did
mean?
she notice you when you came in and then she tried to get you laid with somebody else?
She noticed me. Okay, so here's what happened. Like I said, that's a good question because I didn't really elaborate. So I knew that she was the girl, but she didn't know that I was the guy. But she noticed me walk in and was like, that guy's fucking hot. I'm going to go talk to him. So she
Okay.
made it a point to leave the bar, even though we had a waitress, and come over and be like, hey, do you need something else? You know,
Gotcha.
and then I had to
Okay.
of course I over tipped her to be like, hey, I got fucking, like, here's a big tip. Want to fuck? Like, it's fucking such a douchebag. Anyway, yeah.
I guess what I'm creating in my head is that it's better that the scenario happened the way it did, because like, what if it was a real scenario and there was another girl, but you still ended up together and married now? Then it's like there's a story where your now wife, tried to get you laid, and that was the beginning.
Yeah, no.
That would be
Didn't
odd.
happen like that, but
Okay. You thought it was going to, but it didn't.
wait, I thought I was, what do you mean?
At first, right?
What?
What?
Wait, what did I think was going to happen? What are you talking about?
Okay, so the story you told is saying that the entire time it was her, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, did you knew this from the very beginning?
No.
Right. So that's what I'm saying, is that it didn't go the way that you thought it was going to go in the beginning of the story.
Well, no, it did. I guess. I mean, I ended up with the girl that I was supposed to bang. We just didn't bang that night.
I guess that's the conclusion we need to the story.
Yeah.
You never answered that question.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So remember how I said we didn't go to a 6 a.m. bar. I invited everyone back to my house.
Right.
Her and I, hung out for a long time. I ended up sleeping in the same bed as the girl who tried to hook me up with her, which was odd, but what can you do? Oh, to be young.
You'll just like sleep on the same couch with anybody, the same bed with anybody. It's just the way it goes when it comes to a certain time in the middle of the night.
I'm
right?
a romantic, dude. That's what they call me. Okay, don't worry about it. So your winery brawl.
Mm-hmm.
It reminded me. No. So I played a show. What college is in Cape Girardeau? What is that? Is that
SEMO, Southeast Missouri?
Okay, so we played a show there, in like the heart, like the downtown college area. I don't remember the name of the place. I can picture it. I can smell it. Honestly, everything about it I remember.
Let me ask you this: was it on the corner?
No, it was not. It was in.
It wasn't.
So like, and this is why I remember the story I'm about to tell you. This is why I remember everything. But it was in the middle of this like lot. So there's like a big lot, and then there are like bars, and it was like smack dab in the middle. That's what I remember about it. And you had to go downstairs to get to it. And on the inside, it had really cool, like old, like vintage light fixtures and fans and stuff The stage was really small. It was like a shotgun style place. You wouldn't expect a show to be there, but this is where we played.
Okay.
God, I can't remember the name. Anyway, I could probably, honestly, if I went like on Facebook to our old Facebook page, I could probably find it if I tried really hard. But who has that kind of time? The point of this story is, so we played there and our show was done. And like down the street was like a nightclub, like a club. That club lets out. And as that club lets out, a race riot starts in this parking lot where our show was, because they all left and started walking down the street. Okay. And then this fucking brawl breaks out. And the reason I call it a race riot is because there were tons of fucking racist terms being thrown around, just being flung around casually while this is going on. So we all kind of like go, what the fuck? And we kind of retreat back into the bar, and they're like, hey, we're closing. Like, you don't understand. You need to call the cops, because like I'm pretty sure car windows are being broken and people are getting hurt. Like, Jesus. This is nuts. Yeah, just for your, I don't know why that reminded me of that, but it was like wrong place, wrong time. You wouldn't expect this to happen here. And also like it to be like racially motivated was odd at the same time as well. But yeah. God, I wish I could remember the name of that place.
I actually lived there for 2 years down in Cape.
Really?
I did.
Maybe it was called Johnny's somethings. Johnny was in the name. Johnny.
I don't remember. There's a place called Mixing Tin down there that I know quite a few bands play, but it's on the corner. That's why I asked you that.
It wasn't that. I would remember that.
Yeah. No, man. Cape. So like you said, I mean, I don't know how many times you've been down there, but like Cape, the downtown
my first time and my last time.
The downtown part of Cape is all bars. There's 3 streets that's nothing but bars all the way up.
College town.
And absolutely. And pretty much every Friday and Saturday, that's where we were for like 2 years. Sure. And then of course, all those bars close at 1. And then you've got the Pony directly across the river, which is like a 5-minute drive.
Okay, stop. What river?
I don't know.
Okay. You don't know what river? Okay, never mind. What what? You don't know what river it is?
Is that,
does the Missouri run through Cape Girardeau?
Is it the Missouri River that runs right between Missouri and Illinois?
We'll just call it that. Yeah. And then, so what's the Pony? Do they serve horseshoes?
No, they serve strippers. It's a, it's a strip club, and it's 5 minutes across the river from all there. So so you'd have this dude who is the smartest guy ever, who would pull a trailer into the parking lot around midnight, and he had barbecue grills set up on the back of his trailer, cooking hot dogs and hamburgers and all this kind of stuff.
Stripper for everybody. The best, dude. The best, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this wasn't there. This was downtown.
Best burger you'll have is outside of, well, it was Diamonds down in Sauget. I don't know what it's called anymore. Penthouse. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, same concept. But this is just a random guy who's like grilling up hot dogs and hamburgers and stuff. So you go there, you down some hot dogs, sober up a little bit, and then you head across the river to the Pony, where you can drink until forever. Then when the sun comes up, you come back across the river and you go to Denny's and you eat, and then you go home and you go to bed and sleep the day away to get up and do it again.
So wait, what state is this Pony's place in? It's in Missouri.
Illinois. It's in Illinois. That's what I'm saying. It's right across the river in Illinois.
Cape Girardeau is close to Illinois.
It's right next to Illinois.
What?
Dude, the river runs directly behind the bars you're talking about. Yes.
Because Cape Girardeau is southern Missouri.
Correct.
Wow. I didn't know that. I swear to God, I didn't know that.
You didn't know where you were.
No. Fuck no. I was on pills and booze. I had no fucking idea.
Jeez,
I just knew I didn't want to get involved in a race riot. Jesus. Well, dude, I mean, well, that's cool. That sounds like fun. Like, we should go do that. We should go relive that moment before you have your baby.
Oh, good luck with that.
What do you mean?
That's not very far away. Like as far as my wife having the baby.
You got a little bit. We can make it happen. What are you doing this weekend?
Yeah, right. I'm camping this weekend. Can't do it this weekend.
You'll be all right. We'll make it happen. Anyway, we're going to ponies before you have this baby. I'm just letting you know.
The pony.
Oh, the pony.
Yes.
I don't know what I like. I like.
But listen,
ponies.
I'll tell you this. This is not a place that you actually would ever go because you wanted to go to a strip club. This is the place you go to sit in the back corner and slam down some kamikazes or whatever at 4 a.m. because
kamikazes. What is it? 1984? What? All right. That's
actually, you know what? You know what though? Another story. So when we lived in Cape, we were downtown one night.
So you lived in Cape with your wife?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she partook in all of this. She was there for all of it. Yeah. So anyways, we were down at a bar called the Poorhouse. The Poorhouse, I think, is what it's called.
Okay. I thought you said the whorehouse. I was like,
no, I did not.
We're definitely going now.
I think it's called the Poorhouse. And I was drunk off my ass.
Okay.
And it was really late in the night. And so we were there with some friends and they ordered some shots. I took a shot knowing I shouldn't have took the shot. Automatic, I got to puke. So I took off to the bathroom. And the only thing I remember about it is I tried to puke in the sink and the dude in there yelled at me to go to the toilet or to go to the trash can. So I did that and I came back out. And as soon as I walk out the door, a buddy of mine had a whole thing full of Jaeger bombs, like ready to go again.
Sorry.
Oh, snap. Anyway, so he's got a whole thing full of Jaeger bombs. And I'm like, there's no possible way that that's happening. So I did the douchiest move that I could have possibly ever done in my entire life. And I'm surprised I didn't get my ass kicked for it, but I don't think anybody's seen it at the time. But everybody took their shot. I kind of faked like I took my shot. Everybody was leaving. And as we were walking out, I poured my Jaeger into a pitcher of beer on somebody's table and then walked out the door. If somebody did that to me, I would be ready to fight. That's a pitcher of beer.
Yeah. Where were
they? In a college town. In a college town.
Why did they not see you do this?
I don't know. I was hammered.
Oh.
I just know that I didn't get jumped. So apparently they didn't pay attention or they didn't care. One of the two. But still a pretty douchey move that I could take back if I could.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all part of growing up, man.
Is it? I don't think it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. No. Dude, if that's the worst thing you've done, then Jesus, you'll be fine. Trust me. The Pony. We're going to the Pony.
Okay.
We got plenty of time.
Okay.
It'll be for real though. I was there that one time, and I haven't been back. Yeah.
Because you have no desire to, or like, was it a bad? I mean, race riots outside. That doesn't seem like a place I'd want to go back to.
Yeah, but also I have no reason to be in Cape Girardeau.
I gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not to sound stuck up, but I have no reason to be there. You know what I mean? I just don't.
Have you heard of that the festival that they put on down there every year though? What is that called? Is it Fox Fest?
That's happening soon. I just saw something on Instagram about that.
They do it every year and they normally have a pretty big, like a few pretty big bands.
Okay. So I'm okay. All right. So I'm pretty sure that's happening soon or is happening because someone followed Rocky and they posted about it. I'm trying to find it, but it's going to take a while, so I'm not going to give it a shot. So I'm pretty sure that's a thing. Fauk Fest, Fauk, right?
I think it's FAW. Okay.
Let's try it. But I think I saw like Broken Youth is playing it.
Yeah. I know I've heard mixed reviews from bands, like some local bands that have played it. Some said they were treated terribly. Some of them say they loved it, but
A
I know
band treated terribly by someone? No.
but I know there's been some like Hawthorne Heights played it one year, I think. Red Jumpsuit Apparatus played it one year, I think.
Okay.
I can't think of the rest of them. I don't remember who. I want to say I've seen the lineup recently too, but I don't remember who's on it.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, so when I search either way to spell it, it doesn't come up. And when I do the one that you said, it brings up porn pages. So I don't think that's it, man.
Well,
hold on. I'll find the person that followed me. Because I know I saw Broken Youth on the list. So wait. Damn it. I can't remember
because it's a pretty cool idea because like I said, it's 3 streets full of bars and they have different stages at different bars set up.
Here it is. Found it. Fuckascent is who followed me.
Huh?
Fuckfest. Oh, this is really old. Fuckfest. Friday, August 30th. It does say Cape. Oh, dude. So why this? So the last post was in 2019.
Oh, so I guess they didn't do it. I guess they didn't do it last year. Maybe they're not planning on doing it this year either.
This person followed me though. So the last one that happened was Common Jones, Purple Hearts, Zig Tebra. Hold on. Yeah, this one looks bigger. Oh, okay, this makes sense. So it involves like a bunch of bars, is what you're telling me.
Yes.
Yeah, so I see that now. The Library, Blue Diamond Sports Bar, Root Dog Pub, Shakers, Common Jones, saying like Lucero. Okay. Inner Outlines, the Skagbirds, Hard Loss, Isabella, Red Jumpsuit. Okay. Well, that's cool. Callaway Circus, Ursa Major, The Wild and Free.
There's a lot of local bands down there.
Yeah, Discrepancies. Yeah. Well, cool, man. If they do it again.
Rocky's going to be on it, right?
No, I'll just go. Anyway. I don't know.
I figured you could knock out a good Rocky set and then we could go over to the Pony.
That is a great point. I will book that fucking set just to do that. You got to understand. I'm not kidding. So
how would you do it? If you were going to book a set right now, would you just have to pick up a few guys or like maybe the guys that that helped you record?
Yeah.
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 Would you need a whole band behind you? What would you need?
2 guitar players, bass player, drummer.
So a full band.
Yeah. Maybe 1 guitar player.
Okay.
I'd rather have 2. But yeah. Yeah, man. Hey, you want to go play a show? Yeah. Learn these 5 songs. And we only have 2. So the other 3 are going to be covers. So
what would you cover? Okay, give me your 3 covers. Well, like if you had to choose right now off the top of your head, what would be the 3 songs you would cover? Drive by Incubus.
No, definitely not.
Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus.
No disrespect to Incubus. All disrespect to Miley Cyrus. However, you just got that song stuck in my head at the beginning of the show. We would do I'm Free by Kenny Loggins. We would do Dead Man's Party by Oingo Boingo. And then we would do maybe I don't know. We got to throw something else. That was all 80s. Maybe
what's the song that you covered at Ink Spot?
I covered many songs at Ink Spot. I don't know which one.
No, we sang it, or you sang it twice.
What?
Do you not remember that?
Sang it twice. What do you mean?
Yeah, you sang it on stage, and then at the end, everybody was wanting you to sing another song, so you just redid that song again. What song was that?
Oh, this last Ink Spot.
Yeah.
Take Me Home Tonight.
Was it? Was it
Eddie
Take Me Home
Money?
Tonight?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I definitely wouldn't do that. Good try though. I don't know. I gave you 2. That's good enough. We'll figure out a different one. I don't know. The third one would be a really weird, rude, obnoxious song. I'd have to think about it.
Okay.
I don't know. We would not do Drive. Did you watch that video of Brandon singing with that guy on the?
I have not. The only thing that but I did see your comment on it saying that you called it, which you did on the last show. You did say that would be the song that he would duet with somebody.
Yeah, I haven't watched the video with the girl. So he did one with a guy, and the guy was very butt rock with his vocals. I see, this is the thing. All right, fuck, man. All right. So I have a giant problem with this idea that if a singer goes when they sing, that it's good, that they're really giving it their all. I really can't stand that. Now look, this guy, I think, is a country artist. I don't know. I haven't watched anything else he does. I just watched this duet with Brandon Boyd. I'm pretty sure he's a country artist. So Drive, not the song for him, but he can play guitar. He can sing. Why not give it a shot? Right. It's a singer-songwriter song. So if that's what he is, okay. But he had a lot of that in his voice, right? I really can't stand that. To me, that's the equivalent of the whisper singing that you always complain about.
Yeah.
It's not singing. It's not singing. It's finding a tone and a thing that you can do with your voice and making it work within a song. It's not, it bothers me. But again, I've never listened to the dude sing his own shit. And I guarantee you, he probably doesn't sing like that. But for him to sing like Brandon, he's got a whatever tomorrow, like he's got a really like to make it work instead of just singing the notes cleanly like they're supposed to be sung.
Yeah.
It just sounded like it was like the very tip of his register. It's just very weird. And I really don't like that at all. But my buddy sent me the video. So Brandon did a song with a girl. I'm going to pull it up real quick. Hold on. Her name is Casey Bishop. She rocks out to Paramore's Decode and then does a duet with Brandon Boyd.
Okay.
Hold on. No. No. Not her song. All right, let me go back. Let me fast forward to Brandon. You know what the worst part about this was? So I watched the dude's full video. Is they have to like talk. They have to like talk shop, right? And Brandon, you're a really good singer. Tell me about your story. Like, and it's just like, God damn it. I'm just like, God damn it. God damn it. His story is he's here on this terrible show. It's for you. That's where the story ends. Because the story is going to be rewritten after he's on the show. Let's say he wins the show. Well, his previous story doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Because he's the winner of American Idol now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just annoying that it's like he has to like ask that and like Ugh. Okay, so now he's oh Jesus Christ. He's teaching the girl something. Hold on.
Casey's a phenomenal singer. She's a natural front person, and her voice is the point of the arrow. I feel like I need more work with it than you do.
Oh, wish you were here. I called it. What 2 songs did I say on the last show?
So the chick sings this or the guy?
So Brandon's out on stage with her,
Okay.
and Lionel Richie is losing his mind. Why does Brandon sound like that? Totally sharp.
Pretend that I am weightless, and in this moment I am happy. I wish you were here. I wish you were here. I wish you were
All right, hold on. I want to see if she oversings the.
It doesn't sound like she's going to. She's at a lower range.
That was cool.
That wasn't bad.
That was cool. I'll give her that. I'm not cool with that.
I'm trying to think of who her voice reminds me of.
I hate this over singing thing. Like, just fucking sing. I know that sounds dumb the way I just said that, but don't fucking overdo it.
I mean, it does.
Not
It doesn't.
everything has to be vocal gymnastics, dude.
I mean, it
Fucking
does when you're on
guys-
when you're on a show like that and you're trying to.
Impress stupid people. Yeah, stupid people go. Oh, she went. Oh.
Stupid people are also the reason why you get a contract.
Here's what I'll say. Did you say Brandon sounded weird?
I didn't say that.
Oh, you didn't. He has still look. Dude,
No.
I'll be the first to admit. When he sings live, he needs time to adjust, just to warm up. He does not. It's so funny because I've seen him so many times, and you just know it's gonna take a song or two before, like if you're an Incubus fan, the first and second song of a set usually he's gonna sound a little bit off. It's not gonna be bad. It's not gonna be like overwhelmingly bad, but it's gonna be a little bit off. I don't know. He's just one of those dudes.
But also 99% of that crowd isn't looking at it like you are, probably not paying attention to that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he sounded bad, but I know that song backwards and forwards. So when he started singing, it didn't sound good.
Yeah.
It didn't sound terrible, but it didn't sound good.
Right.
And that was the way it was on Drive. My buddy that texted me, who's also a really big Incubus fan, he goes, yeah, Brandon just sounded, sharp the whole time. And I was like, yeah, well, they didn't have a full set. If he had played for an hour long, by song 6, everyone would go, Jesus Christ, he's the best singer on earth. But no one says that song 1 and 2. So what can you do? Dude, I will say this. That's a very cool concept to have on these stupid shows that I hate, is to have a guy like that come in and work with you. But look, I don't think that girl or the guy that he sang with are Brandon Boyd fans. That's the issue that I have here. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I got a coach. Great. Oh, he's somewhat famous. Who is he again? Is Miley coming? Where's Miley? I'd rather work with Miley. You know, is fucking what's the biggest country? What's his name? That Martian.
Who?
The biggest country star right now. What's his name? Fucking. Anyway,
I don't know.
I don't know. It's just it's cool, but at the same time, I'm like, is it really that cool for them? I don't know.
I mean, how do you what would you do instead?
Not have that show.
Like, but how do you bring on somebody to help who everybody's a fan of? You know what I mean? Like, you're saying what you don't like is that they probably don't know who Brandon is or aren't really that familiar with him.
I don't think Brandon taught that girl anything. I think they had to learn how to sing together, meaning he's going to sing one part, she's going to sing the other. So they had to harmonize together. And they had to learn how to play with the band, whatever band played that song, and that's it. So they rehearsed together, but he didn't mentor her. He didn't teach her anything.
Right.
I don't know. That show bothers me. It's just I don't know. It's a weird thing, man.
Why though?
Why is it
I'm
weird?
I'm not trying to take up for American Idol by any means. I'm just wondering, like, what's your take on why it's weird?
It's a game show that gives people music careers.
Okay.
Need I say more? It's not The Price is Right, man. You got to earn it. I don't think it's easy to get up there and on that, on a big stage like that and play with a house band and play in front of people and play on TV. But just because you can do it doesn't mean you're the next American Idol. Does that make sense? Just because
you're saying that people are doing it who shouldn't be doing it? Is that basically what you're saying?
No, I'm saying it's bullshit.
I understand that.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. Can you name me 3 American Idol winners? Now,
I can give you two. I can give you 2.
But hold on. 3 American Idol winners not named Kelly Clarkson or Carrie Underwood. Go.
I can give you 1.
Which one?
Then now, Ruben Studdard.
Did he win? I thought he lost to the gay dude.
No, he beat.
I really apologize for calling him.
No, he beat the
guy's
gay dude.
Name?
Clay Aiken. Clay Aiken was his name.
Clay Aiken didn't win. Ruben Studdard won.
Yes.
How funny is it that that's the one that won? Okay. Where's Ruben Studdard?
I don't know.
Yeah. No one else does.
Let me ask, do you know who James Durbin is? It's probably a stupid question for you.
Who's that? Is he the founder of Burger King or what?
No. Well, he was on American Idol at one point. This is probably like 10 years ago. But he was like more on the rock side of the spectrum. I would just like no, a lot higher vocal range than Daughtry.
Didn't Daughtry win?
Oh, wait, did he?
I think so.
I don't know. See, that's what's difficult for me is like you still have got like people who are still out there that I don't know that Daughtry won. Are you sure?
My point of asking you that was, aside from Kelly Clarkson and Carrie Underwood, how many of them have real careers, or B, are known for being performers or interesting in the slightest? You know what I'm saying?
And that's what kind of sucks too, is like, aren't they, I don't know, you probably don't know the answer to this, but like, aren't they tied to a contract with American Idol for a certain amount of time after they win?
Oh God, I hope not. Are you serious?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Meaning what?
Meaning like I've seen people who didn't win, who got contracts elsewhere with a record label elsewhere and do better. And I can't name any off the top of my head, but I know that I've seen them do better than who actually won on American Idol. But I'm pretty sure American Idol winners are stuck in a contract with American Idol for a certain amount of time before they can go off on their own and do what they want.
But what does that contract mean? Like,
Probably, I guess American Idol probably has their own record label that they use and things like that.
I hate the music industry. Why do you do
Now,
this?
don't hold me to that. But
I am going to hold you to
pretty
that.
sure. I'm pretty sure.
You're probably not wrong. So Kelly Clarkson won in 2002. Ruben Studdard 2003. Fantasia was 2000. Fantasia's badass. Okay. Fantasia.
That's the one that you liked.
Oh, look, Fantasia can sing her fucking ass off. Okay. As a singer,
Okay.
that girl is badass. So Carrie Underwood also can sing. So let's see what happens after Carrie Underwood. So the first four. Okay. I'm with you.
Okay.
Really, really, I grant it. Ruben Studdard, I don't know where he is anymore, but he was a good singer, right? Is a good singer still, I guess. So number 5, Taylor Hicks. I don't know who that is.
I know the name. Don't know who it is.
Believe it or not, Hicks has remained one of the highest earning idols in recent years. According to Forbes, the 42-year-old has scored big paydays with his Las Vegas residency, tour dates, and his co-ownership of an Alabama barbecue restaurant called Saw's Juke Joint.
Okay.
Jordan Sparks, 2007.
I remember her.
So apparently, Sparks also went on to be one of the more successful winners of the franchise with 3 studio albums and a leading role in Whitney Houston's final film, Sparkle. Though she didn't win, Sparks did score a Grammy nomination for a collaboration, with Chris Brown, No Air, back in 2009. Sparks released her 3rd studio album, Right Here, Right Now, in 2015, amid a highly publicized new romance with rapper Sage the Gemini. Great. David Cook, 2008. Don't know who that is. Chris Allen, 2009. Don't know who that is. So this is when the Nashville era of American Idol started to kick in. This is what it looks like. Lee DeWeese.
DeWise.
Scott
I do
McCreery.
remember him.
Philip
Scott
Phillips.
McCreery. I hated Scott McCreery.
How about Philip Phillips?
His parents hated him.
Yeah, his parents suck. Candace Glover. Caleb Johnson.
See, Daughtry
Nick-
should have been in there before
Yeah,
now, right?
Daughtry. So Daughtry
didn't
didn't win. Yeah. And he's very successful.
He is very successful.
Caleb Johnson, Nick Fradriani, Trent Harmon, Maddie Pop. And the list is over. Okay. Anyway. See what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm saying anymore, but
I noticed.
I don't know. Who's the most successful voice contestant?
Oh God, I have no idea. I couldn't name one
Really?
person that was ever on The Voice.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
So I
I've
had
never
a
watched-
well, I went to school with him. He was in a band in St. Louis, in the area, who went on The Voice twice.
Okay.
The first time didn't make it through. The second time made it through the audition, like the TV audition where they turn the chairs, and then didn't make it, obviously. But I always thought, man, what a stupid concept. You're going to sing and these people are going to have their backs turned to you and you're just going to woo them with your voice. There's just so much more to it. Have you ever watched, here's a fun YouTube. Watch some of if you YouTube biggest voice surprises or something like that, because The Voice is in the UK, Brazil, Japan, all these other countries.
Mhm.
One of the best ones was The Voice UK, where this dude, face tattooed dude comes out and sings Led Zeppelin and fucking murders it. And everybody can't believe. So they can't believe the voice they're hearing, right? Because they got their backs fucking turned. And then they turn around and you see the mortified look on 2 out of the 4 judges' faces. Oh God, I turn my, now I have to, you know what I mean? Such a dumb concept.
That's, I guess, their way of standing out from American Idol.
I
Because
guess
other than that, it's pretty much the same concept, right?
it's the same thing. It's a bullshit game show that gives people music careers. Season
Except for-
1 winner Javier Colon. No idea. Season 2 Jermaine Paul. Season 3 Cassidy Pope. I do remember that girl. I remember I watched somewhere along the lines, maybe season 3 or 4. There was a lot of whisper singers on that season, and it really bugged the shit out of me. But there was a white guy who was like a soul singer. He was like a white dude, but he was like super country and Hoosier. He had like long hair and a long beard, but he was like a soul singer, and he was badass. He could sing his ass off. I don't remember what season. I don't remember the guy's name, but I liked him. Yeah, dude, I don't know any of these names. None of these people. Yeah.
I thought The Voice, is The Voice not more like country driven? Or is there another show that's more like country music driven?
I don't know. I'm sure there's
It's like
a
that.
country version of all of these shows. Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Huh.
I mean, The Voice has Blake Shelton on it.
And
by the
what's
way-
what's her face, right?
Who?
Gwen Stefani.
I think she used to be. I don't think she is anymore.
Oh, she's not on it anymore.
I don't think so. I think it's not since he cheated on his wife with her. Maybe she is. Kelly Clarkson, Gwen Stefani, John Legend, and Blake Shelton.
Who's on who does American Idol now? Steven Tyler still doing American Idol?
So what I saw on that thing that I just watched, it's Katy Perry, Lionel Richie, and a country guy. I don't know the country guy's name.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not the guy that I said earlier, but it's one of those dudes.
Hmm.
He has a very white name, probably has 2 first names. Yeah.
Tom Thomas.
Not a strong jawline. Eats a lot of carbs, a lot of Pop-Tarts in the morning for breakfast, I think. What?
Judging people for carbs.
Yeah. Well, before we go, I want to ask you something.
Oh boy.
And I have to know, because I did ask my wife this earlier, and I genuinely am curious about this. So 22 women have filed a lawsuit against Deshaun Watson. 22.
Okay.
22. The number is 22 now. But it's all civil. There are no criminal charges against this fucking dude. So this guy has to sit back while 22 different women sue him and run his name into the mud and basically ruin his reputation. All the while, criminally speaking, what we know and what he knows is that he's done nothing wrong. How is this fair?
How can a sexual assault case not, I mean, never mind 22 of them. How can that not be a criminal case? How is that just civil?
You would think there are no criminal charges against this fucking guy. If it was a criminal charge, it wouldn't be a lawsuit.
Is it because it's not technically assault? Like, is it, are they saying that it's sexual assault allegations? Are they
Yes.
calling it sexual assault? They are.
Yeah.
But maybe it's not technically assault
Sexual misconduct.
because did he force anybody to do anything? Or he just asked people to do things that were weird?
Well, I don't know. You're talking about some Louis C.K. gray area there.
True. Very true. Well, I guess you've seen that all his sponsors are dropping him, right?
Yeah, of course. But that's what I'm saying. But that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. How? Now, again, I'm not taking sides. Okay.
Yeah.
But how is that fair? It used to be innocent until proven guilty. Now it's guilty until proven innocent. So basically, you can say whatever you want about someone. They can lose their job, lose their sponsors, lose their livelihood. And we're supposed to be okay with it. So like a girl went on, one of the women was on Sports Center this morning, where they had video of her. She's a massage therapist or physical therapist. No, massage therapist. She was talking about how he violated her trust and she got into massage therapy for this and that. And she even said in her statement, like, yeah, people are accusing me of doing this for money, but my life is pretty much ruined because of what he did. But again, without criminal charges, what did he do? You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to just take you for your word.
I mean, it goes back to me to, and I'm not trying to take sides. I mean, if he did do these things or ask for these things, it's weird and he's an odd duck and you shouldn't. I get it. But it's also like nobody said anything at all while any of this was going on. Then all of a sudden, he gets he's trying to get traded. And now we have one after another, after another, after another. And I know they say that like sometimes it takes one person to stand up before a bunch of other ones would. Right. So it's 22 people who weren't saying anything.
So check this out. This is the USA Today headline. Now it does start by saying opinion.
Okay.
Opinion. How many women does it take, NFL, before you take action against Deshaun Watson? Okay. Saying the allegations are deeply disturbing doesn't count as action. Everyone is deeply disturbed by what we're seeing. Are you? So to the writer of this article, are you deeply disturbed? Because you haven't seen anything. You've heard, right? Those words have also become so watered down they don't mean as much as they used to. I'm deeply disturbed when my wireless quits. But back to the original question, is there a specific number? Is it 5 women saying Watson behaved inappropriately? We passed that number long ago. Is it 10? Past that too. 15? That's very March. 20? Amazingly, we left that number in the dust as well. We're now at 22 women filing lawsuits against Watson, with some of them making various but similar accusations of sexual misconduct, including grabbing them, exposing himself, touching them with his genitals, ejaculating on them, or forcing them to put their mouths on his genitals. Okay.
I haven't heard
those are all crimes.
I haven't seen anything like that. But if he is forcing anyone to do that, the fact that you didn't say anything the second that it happened, that's an issue.
Yeah, but you know how that goes, man. They're afraid to say something. They're victims. The whole victimization thing. It's hard. I don't want to speak for these women. I've never been a victim of something like this, but I can't imagine it's easy to just come out and say, right? And I don't want to assume it is, but at the same time, if he did in fact do those things to 22 different women, how is there no criminal action being taken at all?
Right.
How?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Even if you believe that half of them are lying or their lawyer, Tony Busby, is a clown orchestrating it all, that still leaves a large number of women accusers. Are they all lying? Every single one of them?
But see, that whole money thing, I've heard that several times. I've heard even that attorney that you're talking about. I read an article about him saying the same thing. That people say, I'm taking on this case for the money. It has nothing to do with the money. Like, why is money money should have nothing to do with anything about this.
Okay. Yeah, no, it shouldn't. I don't have a daughter. I have sisters. I have, a guy forces you to touch his genitals or forces his genitals upon you. That's a crime.
Absolutely.
Why have no charges been pressed at any point or now with so many accusers? You have 22 women. There has to be some sort of.
But is there no proof? Is that why they
Okay,
can't
but that's
put
what I'm
criminal
saying.
charges on him?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. With 22 accusers, typically there has to be some form of something, some form of proof, right?
You would think.
He ejaculated on someone.
Now, see that I have not seen.
Where's the DNA?
Right.
And in
I
the
don't know,
world
dude.
of video cameras and phones and everything else and surveillance, 22 times, none of these things were caught on video.
Right.
Seriously. 22 times, none of these things. Not a grainy, not even a grainy, it could be him, could be his dick type video is on. There's none of that.
Right.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Look, again, I don't want to sound like I'm sticking up for the dude. I am sexist, so it's possible. But like, for real. I'm not sticking up for him, but what I'm saying is it fair? And I would say this the same thing if this were, forget about gender roles, forget about that. I would be saying the same thing if this were a fucking woman and 22 men accused her of something, okay? Just because they accuse her of something doesn't mean she's guilty. And it doesn't mean her reputation, her livelihood, her job, her career, her future should all be thrown to shit.
Right.
Because people accuse her of something. Or is that the world we live in now? That's what I want to know. And that's what I asked my wife. I said, okay, you're a woman. Tell me, how do you feel about this guy? Just hearing that 22 women have accused him, how do you feel? And she go, I mean, you know what? I don't even want to say what she said because it's irrelevant. But basically, the simple thing of what she said was, well, he hasn't been proven guilty of anything yet. So he's just been accused, right? But we don't think about it that way anymore, right? We think accusations mean guilt.
So I wonder, I mean, I don't know how it works, but I wonder if like these are all, if we're looking for one big settlement. Like, I wonder if that's the end game, is just one big settlement. Not like actual massive criminal charges on him, but I wonder if that's why this is all civil, because we're just trying to get a settlement for everyone. And again, I'm not taking anything away from these women. If this stuff is true, which we have no proof of apparently, but if the stuff is true, then he's a douche, and he shouldn't be doing any of this stuff. So
Yeah,
I don't want to sound I don't want to sound like if you are a victim that you shouldn't be feeling like a victim, because you definitely should.
Yeah, but if it is true and it's just about money, all the people involved that just make it about money are douches as well. What about the women that could have been assaulted that we don't know about,
Right.
that don't get a piece of that money?
But but then again, shouldn't they be standing up? That would be, I mean, if that's the case, then it's kind of on them for not standing up and saying something about it.
Yeah, but again, how easy is it for them to come out and say something? It's a lot easier now with 22.
A lot easier now
people,
with 22 people
but
saying
still,
it. Yeah, right.
But still, would you really want to? I mean, would they really want to involve themselves in this shitstorm at this point? You know, unless they really felt a crime was committed. You know,
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, if he forced, especially if he forced any woman to do anything, I hope that at least those women are the ones that are in this group of 22 people that have stood up.
Okay, so let me ask this: what? I don't know this. I'm genuinely asking. If you expose yourself to the unwilling, what kind of a crime is that? That's not a felony, is it? Is it a misdemeanor?
I don't know. Is it just considered like just Indecency, like if you
Indecent
expose yourself to
exposure.
indecent exposure, yeah, is that all that's
a
considered?
misdemeanor, right?
Yeah, is it? I'm not sure. I mean, I'm sure it depends on the situation.
Hold on. Let me indecent exposure. A crime intentionally showing one's sexual organs in public. The act of outraging public decency being by being naked in a public place. How serious? Penalty under California, it's a misdemeanor. Okay. So part of what those allegations stated is that he exposed himself.
Okay.
Okay. Let's pretend. And again, I don't want to sound like too much of a dickhead here, and I don't want to sound like I'm taking a side. Let's just pretend that that's all he did. He committed 22 counts of misdemeanor, 22 different women, pulled his dick out. Okay. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You with me?
Mm-hmm.
Do they deserve money for that? I hate to sound like an asshole, but for real, do they deserve money for that?
If that's all that happened in a normal scenario, if a man were to go up and whip his junk out in front of a woman, she's not going to get money for that. He's going to get a misdemeanor, right? That's where it is.
That's my point. He has committed a crime.
I know.
So why doesn't the crime fit the accusation? Why doesn't the accusation fit the crime? You know?
Yeah.
It's very bizarre to me, dude. We just see more and more of this. And again, look, 22 is a lot. I will agree with USA Today on that. That's a lot of fucking women claiming the same fucking thing. But the number 22 isn't a lot if there's just this idea that we can just say he did something if he actually didn't do it.
Which we have no proof of.
We have no proof. But 22 people embellishing a story, it's not a lot of people. It's not a lot of people. It's really easy to embellish. It's really easy to exaggerate the truth, right? It's easy. We do it. We're human. But we do it, you know?
If anything's exaggerated, I'd like to know what stories were exaggerated. I agree. I'm the same way. I mean, yeah. But I mean, coming full circle in what you're saying, if the word forced has to be used, then a crime has been committed.
Yeah.
Just that word right there. Just that word, forced. If you were forced to do anything you did not want to do, or you did not consent to, that's a crime.
Yeah. Well, indecent exposure is a crime as well.
Right. So I don't know.
But no arrest.
Unless the NFL has their hands in this somehow and is trying to keep it at a civil level. I don't know.
Well, I think that's where the USA Today is getting at with their article. And I think that's where a lot of people are going is like, how much does, forget about the NFL, how much does the Texans organization know about this? Have they kept it quiet? And also, have they informed the NFL, who has then also tried to keep it quiet? I don't know if it goes that deep.
Right.
But look, the NFL is big fucking business. And that guy is big business.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You also have to ask the question, do these accusations hold the same weight if it's someone else? And do these accusations hold the same weight if it's another quarterback in the league of a different skin tone?
Sir,
I'm just going to ask the question. I'm sure SportsCenter has already said it, but I haven't watched in a couple of days, so I don't know. But
I don't think that's a rabbit hole we need to go down.
Well, we can't. We're not qualified.
I don't want to be qualified either.
No, fuck that. We're humans. Look, dude, it's a human question. If it's Tom Brady, are we reacting the same way? Forget about being the greatest of all fucking time. He's the all-American boy, right? He's the fucking good-looking fucking celebrity dude, the celebrity wife, and this and that. Are we reacting the same fucking way? Probably
I think
not.
it would be. I think it'd be worse
I don't think it would. I disagree. And that's where the argument comes
because
in. I don't think it would.
because Tom Brady's a lot bigger name than
He's a
Deshaun
bigger
Watson is,
celebrity. He's a bigger celebrity, yes.
which means this is blown wide open.
Okay. Yeah, but it's a lot easier to fucking throw Deshaun Watson under the fucking bus than it is Tom Brady.
Now I will give you that. It's a lot easier for somebody to stand up and say that I was sexually assaulted by Deshaun Watson than to say I was sexually assaulted by Tom Brady. I will give you that.
But not only that, it's easier for the media to go, yeah, he's probably guilty. You know? Have you seen the pictures? But here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is what I love. This is what I love. This is what I love. This is what I love about the fucking media. Have you seen the pictures they've been putting up of him? So if you like Google Deshaun Watson right now and go to news and you look at the picture they put next to the story, it's always the most menacing on-field photo of him. It's never of him smiling and being this happy guy, which he typically is on the field, right? He's not a fucking dickhead. He's not a problem child on the football field. He's not known for being that guy, but every picture posted, every picture that SportsCenter uses, it's him mean mugging, looking away from the camera. It's like, fuck you with your angles. Like, just, if it were Tom Brady, it'd be fucking smiling like a goddamn Martian, fucking creep. That's the difference.
Yeah, but knowing the media, like how much would they love for it to be somebody as big as Tom Brady? They would jump on that and it would, like I said, it would be blown wide open instantly.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And if pretending here that this is a bunch of people who are embellishing, maybe you may even have more people who would do that against somebody who's a bigger name like that, because this is a bigger bandwagon to jump on.
Well, they can. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They can.
Yeah.
And that's what I find so dangerous and so scary about this, is that they can't.
Yeah.
Someone could say that about you or I tomorrow.
Right.
Now, look, they could say it and then we could go, well, Jesus Christ, I don't even know that person. I was never where they said I was. But for a while, until it's proven that we don't know that person, we were never in the situation they said we were, people think we're assholes. We're scumbags.
Right.
We're shitheads.
Well, okay.
How is that fair?
I haven't seen so they were claiming that Deshaun was DMing people, or like DMing these women and trying to get them to drop it, like offering them money to drop it and stuff.
Okay.
Have any of those been leaked?
See, I heard that too, but nothing ever came out of that. So let me see if it's in this story.
Because they're saying that he's sending them and then deleting them, but that's not like he's the only side. I mean, if that's true, why aren't we seeing that? Why aren't the women showing these DMs?
I don't know. Beats by Dre terminates relationship with Deshaun Watson while Nike suspends endorsement deal. So Nike doesn't like Satan and they don't like sexual misconduct. That's what we know about them.
Absolutely.
But they love Jesus. Dude, I don't know. So what are the DMs supposed to be saying?
From the article that I read, it was saying that he is trying to DM these women to get them to drop the lawsuits against him, and that money is being offered to them as well. But they're also saying that he's deleting the messages after he sends them.
Drop the lawsuits or drop the accusations? Fuck yeah. I would be DMing, hey, can you please drop the lawsuit? I don't want to lose all my money.
Right, but I don't know what the DMs say because I haven't seen them. I haven't seen them leaked. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't get it.
Well, I don't know, man. I have a hard time. I have a hard time with this, man. We've talked about this before with, Chris D'Elia and Brian Callen and all these other guys, just being accused of something, you're automatically guilty. It's very strange to me, man. I don't know. The weird thing about it is I haven't seen any NFL players really speak out on the matter. So if you're a teammate of his,
yeah,
and there are 22 different women, wouldn't one of his teammates know something?
Well, my question is too, like, are all these on the Texans staff?
No.
They're not. So where are these women? Does the Texans staff not have their own like massage therapists and stuff?
I'm sure they do. Hang on. Let me see if CNN will give me more than what. 2 massage therapists who have accused Watson of misconduct during massages identified themselves during a news conference held by Tony Busby. Is Tony Busby the worst name for an attorney ever? He sounds like he would be on a billboard.
Then that makes him the best name for an attorney.
No, it doesn't.
He wouldn't be on a billboard. He would be on a bench.
And
or
Watson's
on the side of a bus.
Watson's attorney's name is Rusty Hardin.
That's a cool name.
No, it's not. Not for an attorney. It's fucking terrible.
I don't think I would get an attorney named Rusty either.
No. Now, if his middle name was Nails, I'm in. Solis alleges in the lawsuit that several times he, Watson, specifically kept trying to direct her to his penis. At one point, he purposely exposed the tip of his penis from under the towel. Watson was at this point fully erect and moved his body so he could expose himself more. As a result of his moving his hips, Watson purposely touched her hand with the top of his erect penis. She also said she has panic attacks, anxiety, and depression after the encounter and is now in counseling. That's what she said on the video I saw. I don't know, man. I can't find anything about any of that. So whatever. Guess we'll have to wait and see.
Guess so.
That's a bummer. I didn't know that he was sponsored by Nike.
I didn't either, actually.
I don't know. But I will say this about Nike. Those Lil Nas X shoes, they were dope. I was on his side.
They apparently have human blood in them.
A little bit weird, but I'm with it.
Like you were legit on his side for this? I'm not, because from a company standpoint.
What do you mean?
Because he bought a bunch of Nikes and then customized them to sell them.
People do that a lot. It happens.
I know, but it shouldn't be legal.
I think it'll be okay.
If you owned a company that made a product and somebody just bought a bunch of those and then customized them to sell them so you can make money off of the product that I originally made,
people do it.
That should be legal.
People do it all the time.
I'm not saying they don't.
He just got popped because he's a celebrity.
Well, nobody would buy him if he wasn't a celebrity.
Do you really buy that it's the idea because of the nature of what the shoe is? It was Satan and the blood and, what it represents. Do you really think that's why Nike doesn't like it? Or do you think it's strictly business? You think it's because it's an infringement upon their business and their product? Because he went sort of over their head, created his own thing? Or do you think it's because of the kind of shoe he made? So let's just say he made a shoe that was, very, very sort of generic. I don't know. Wasn't anything to do with Satan, obviously, but something that's sort of universally known to be, I don't know. Well, let's just say it was a shoe about love, right? Do you think they would have felt the same way?
I mean, I think they should have done the same thing they did.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. That was a quick lawsuit, though. You're right about that.
That was very fast.
But Nike's a powerful fucking company, dude.
Well,
That's why I'm
have you
kinda-
heard about where this whole thing came from? Because of his new music video.
No.
Apparently, it's got him like lap dancing on Satan, or Satan's lap dancing on him, or something else. But apparently, it's like this whole thing that he put together because I guess he's been getting a lot of hate in comments on social media and stuff, and a lot of people telling him to go to hell. So he took that and ran with it.
Mm.
So that's where all this came from: the blood, the Satan stuff, the fact that they only were selling 666 pair, all those things all came into play because of that, apparently.
From Billy Ray Cyrus to Satan.
Yep.
The shoes were pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Those are my second favorite pair of style of Air Max. They were very cool. I wasn't gonna spend the money on them, but they were cool. I liked them.
You and your shoes, man.
Sorry, man. Can't help it. I admit it's a problem.
I wanna stray from